Coming up on the second to last, the local game for 2025, Club Talk doubles with the referees taking the mic to see a different side of your match officials, and Salisbury Inter, State League 2 side, also share the mic. Venues and their menus heads out to multiple clubs this week. We preview the WNPL SA Grand Final, and Antonis Pagonis has his final say on Press for Time. Welcome to the local game for episode 29. One more left before next week's Grand Final show. The big Grand Final is here. We can't wait. It's next week in front of a live studio audience. We're going to have so many people down there. We can't wait, and a lot of guests as well. Stay tuned to our socials as we announce each and every guest that will be joining us in the coming days. And I'm Johnny Keko alongside a new co-host this week, and she's the assistant coach at Metro Stars in the NPL. Thank you for joining me, Nicole Calder.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's pleasure to have you here. It's a big week. We've got the grand final of the WNPL this weekend, and also the finals of the men's leagues, which you're a part of as well in Metro Stars. So we can't wait to discuss what's going to be happening this weekend, and how excited are you for the finals? Obviously, be nervous on the Metro side of things.
Yeah, I think we're excited. We, this season we've been very clear about our goals and what they are and what we want to achieve out of this year. And I think having the 1-0 lead going into Friday night's game, I think we're excited to sort of get the job done on Saturday. Yeah, well, it's going to be a very big game down there Saturday night, at 6 o'clock, Metro Stars home ground, and then the other game's kicking off, I think, 2:30, Adelaide City Park, and the women's WNPL Grand Final, 3 p.m. down Service FM Stadium. So you can get to the women's game and then come see you guys straight after. So what a great day of football. Massive weekend of footy.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Not talking about AFL here either.
No, this is the real local game football. That's right. Let's head straight into our hot topics this week. Some big ones. Let's go local with Nicole Irankunda, a local star here, and he's making a big name for himself at Watford as well. We know what he's like behind the ball and free kicks, but now they're getting a taste of it as well.
Yeah, I think he summed it up pretty well when he says that he doesn't score tap-ins and he only scores bangers.
Yep.
And the last couple of weeks, that's what he's shown. It's incredible to see what he's doing, and excited to see what he can do for the rest of the season.
I love seeing the comments as well. I saw a fan video from the crowd, and they were filming, I think it was the first goal, and you could hear the voice in the background telling his mate, whoever was filming told his mate, I've seen it in his highlights reel, he'll get this, and then he got it. And they all went crazy, and then they loved it the second time he did it as well. So it's good to see that the South Australian products being celebrated and loved over there, which is great to see. And talking about some products as well, Adelaide United have produced some great players and also coaches, and we're very excited for this new batch of coaches coming through as well. They've just announced Mariuszka Waldus as first ever full-time assistant coach in the women's side of things at Adelaide United. That's a historic, I think it's a historic moment for the club, and she's also going to be working under Thea Sunis as the new head coach of the club.
Yeah, I think that's massive. First full-time assistant, and the fact that it's a female is also massive. I think that it shows that the club is heading in the right direction, really trying to focus on their women's program as well, and it's a great investment in the program. So I think Waldus is a great asset to the club. She's obviously played for Adelaide United. She has that rapport with the girls, has a lot of international experience, so I think she'll offer a lot to that program. It's
exciting for the women's side of things, and also Tian's still there as an assistant coach as well, so you've played against her. So
she's a very good player. So
and
I've heard good things about her as a coach as well.
Yeah, well, she's lovely person as well. So it's good to have those personalities and be rewarded as well with their abilities to be able to go into those roles. But while we're talking about coaches, it's a good opportunity to talk about you as well, because you're an assistant coach in the NPL, but you're one of the first female assistant coaches, or female coaches in the NPL in South Australia at least. How have you found that transition as a female footballer coming in and retiring last year and going straight into the men's game?
To be honest, I've loved every minute of it. I really love the culture and the professionalism that Danny's created there. I think that he's a very good teacher. I've learnt a lot from him this year. I learned a lot from him last year when I was shadowing, but even more this year, being able to be fully immersed in that environment and getting to know the players as well. They're a great bunch of guys, and yeah, I just love it. I love the environment.
How have the players adapted to having you as their coach? Have you seen it? Have you noticed?
Well, they've always been very respectful, and I think that was the first thing that I noticed when I was shadowing last year, and it kind of took me by surprise because I had some perceptions about the men's game that were proven to be inaccurate. And, you know, some of the things that I thought about male players, I was wrong about, and that they struggle with some of the same issues that I've seen in the women's game. And so I think that's been really enlightening for me to see that in a different environment. And I love being in this environment. So I kind of wish that I got involved in the men's game a bit earlier, but big statement.
Yeah, it's a big statement. So look forward to seeing the future. So you see yourself as a head coach in the men's game at some point? Or that's the goal eventually?
Not sure. Keeping sort of all avenues open. I think that there's a lot that I can learn from the men's game, just as there is, I think, to learn from the women's game too. And I think being a head coach, you learn more than potentially as an assistant coach. Excited to see whatever comes from this opportunity.
Well, not only you're in the NPL coaching now, but this goes into our third point as well, which is the third hot topic, Australian Championship. I'm pretty certain, I haven't looked at them all, but I'm pretty certain you're the only female coach in the Australian Championship, which kicks off in October. How are things shaping up for you guys? You're now playing Bayswater City, Sydney United, and up here.
I know that we're super excited to be on the national stage. That was probably one of our biggest goals at the start of the season, is that we wanted to be back on the national stage with the Australia Cup and qualifying for this Australian Championship, which we did when we won the league. And it's a really great opportunity to sort of bridging that gap between A-League and NPL. So for the players to sort of showcase themselves, it's really exciting.
And the draw came out for the Australian Championship. I think it's one game home first, then I think it's 3 away, and then you're back home for the final 2. Mm-hmm. Did you guys talk about that? Or?
Yeah, I think we're excited about that, so that we get to finish the last 2 games at home and hopefully have a really good following to support us in those last 2 games. So we think that the fixtures have actually worked in our favour in that regard.
Be exciting, and I'm sure the boys are excited for a few away trips as well.
Yeah, definitely.
A couple of city trips and a Perth one would be good. That's a bit different as well. So I'm looking forward to hopefully coming out and supporting. I'm sure a lot of people will get out there and get
coming
behind
to Sydney
it.
As well.
Oh, actually, I wouldn't mind coming out to Sydney. Depending on the flight, so sometimes they're expensive.
True.
But it would be good because you went to Canberra for the cup. Actually, while we're talking about it, how was that experience going over to Canberra? Great result, obviously, but what was the trip like over there? Because Canberra's obviously not much going on.
I think it was just a really professional sort of performance from the boys. We got there, didn't have a lot of downtime at the hotel before we had to start getting ready for the game. But that's the beauty of sort of away trips, is that sort of bonding where you're spending a lot more time with each other. And I think that's what excites me about the Australian Championship too, is it's just extra contact time with players, coaching staff, and you get more results. You get to know the players a bit better too, which is why these things are really good opportunities for team morale. Yeah,
we'll be excited to see how it all comes at the end in December, what the club's like, because you'll be it's a long time playing with each other. And it's probably the longest season of any NPL side in South Australia at least.
I think we all might need a few weeks off after that.
You'll be sick of each other by the end of it. And then back at training the week later probably. Yeah. Because you normally kick off training in November, Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you're playing till December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's definitely, we'll be looking at making sure that players, coaching staff, everything get some time off, just so that you're coming back mentally refreshed and it's not just a continual sort of back-to-back season, because everyone needs that sort of mental break. You've got to miss the game so that you come back excited. Yeah,
I know that feeling. I've got one more week to go on this show. But I love it. But yeah, I know what exactly. It's good. It's a good thing to be hungry to get back into it. So
who knows? Maybe I'll come back after a year off. It's definitely not happening, guys.
Well, you can play. Yeah, you never know. Play for the Metro Stars women next year. Hopefully good luck with the rest of the career in coaching. I'm looking forward. I know a lot of people have asked that when they knew you coming on the show to ask you about that. What's one thing that you've actually loved so much about being a part of this the coaching game now?
I think it is really rewarding to see players develop.
Yeah.
And I think that whether you're having a direct role or an indirect role, it's seeing these players' growth and development on and off the pitch and seeing them become better people. I think that's the really exciting thing about coaching, because it is a lot about people management and behaviours and whatever else, which excites me. And that's what I've always really loved about coaching, is that you can instill sort of life values and lessons into your coaching principles and philosophy. And I think Danny does that really well, and that's a sort of core focus of Metro too. But yeah, I think I would love to see more women in the men's game, because I think that there is so much that women can learn from the men's game, just as there is that men can learn from the women's game too. Yeah.
Well, hopefully your experience can help others get in there as well and show that it can happen.
Definitely, hopefully.
Yeah, well, what can happen as well, not just one club talk, but we can have 2 club talks in this episode. So in our episode, so we've got 2 this week. Later on is Salisbury Inter, the men's side of things. They've been knocked out, unfortunately, of the finals, but they've caught up with them a few weeks ago. However, this one here is a good one. The referees. How good are the referees? Have you ever had a chance to chat to them after the games?
Yeah, sometimes there's, and I think having played, you obviously build a little bit of rapport with referees, especially being co-captain at Inter. You're sort of speaking to them before the games and trying to be respectful in the way that you ask questions. But yeah.
Yeah, me, I love having a chat with the referees, and I got to see a good side of them earlier in the year, and then I thought I need to go on camera, and Club Talk's the best way to do it. So we've got Club Talk with the referees. Let's check out what their training is like on a Wednesday night, and let's have a look at their Club Talk this week.
No, 2 large pieces, thank you. Yeah, 2 large. Oh, hi guys. My name's Andy. We're here today at referee training at Service FM Stadium. Come and meet the referees. We'll ask them some hard-hitting questions. Joseph, question for you. Pineapple on a pizza, a yellow card or a red card?
All for it. Advantage, play on.
Ellie, hello. Newest member on the ALW panel. Ellie, meat pies, appropriate for breakfast or not?
Oh.
So, Bonnie, should ice cream be in a cup or a cone?
In a cup.
Joined here by Dr. Christian Vidicchio. Christian, I'll just get a doctor's advice here. If you drop sauce on your chips, do the chips turn into the dip or not?
You're a cracker, mate. You're an absolute cracker. Why do you put sauce on chips? I thought mayonnaise is the go.
Mayonnaise? So if you drop the mayonnaise on your chips, would the chips then be the dip or the dip?
You've lost that.
Then be the chips. You've heard it here. I've lost it from a doctor. So Dennis, most of us know that you are a fighter. What's your referee walkout track though?
I reckon like any sort of hard style. I guess if you know me, it'd probably be pretty hard.
You're stuck on an island. You can pick 3 referees to be on the island. Why wouldn't you pick Jaden?
Because he loves dolphins too much and he would swim away.
He would swim away with the dolphins, apparently.
Jaden, how do you feel about the state of the dolphins in our ocean?
I think that algal bloom is a terrible thing to this world.
You heard it here first. You heard it here.
Thomas, we all know that just like players, a good meal before a match is really important. What do you think about eating meat pies for breakfast?
Meat pies for breakfast? It's a bit off the cuff.
So it's a no?
Not for me.
No meat pies for breakfast for Tom?
I reckon beers for breakfast.
So Christian, I heard that you're celebrating a milestone from the other week, 350 senior games. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, look, obviously it's been a while since I refereed. Doing 350 is a big number. And very fortunate enough to have been around for that long.
We're joined here by Thomas Temby. Thomas, is cereal a soup?
Absolutely.
Would anybody like to be interviewed from this group? I'll do you first. Okay.
Sorry, Andy, I hear you're an avid golfer.
Yes.
But I hear you're not very good. Is that true?
So I would like to learn my craft as a golfer, so the more strikes of the ball, the more shots that I have is actually going to benefit me in the long run. So I think I'm learning, getting better, but more strokes, the better for me.
Obviously, I did a couple of seasons in Sydney as well, so they're not included in the tally, but so it's a little bit more than that.
Liam, question for you. Would you rather explain offside every day of your life or run a fitness test every month?
I think offside, yeah, boring, but I haven't got anything to add to it.
Okay, Gary, first of all, I'll ask a really important question. Ice cream, should it be in a cone or a cup?
Cup.
Cup?
With sprinkles.
With sprinkles as well.
And chocolate.
But yeah, very humbled and privileged to be able to go on the pitch and do 350, and hoping there's maybe some more to come.
So joined here now by Regis, very experienced South Australian referee. Regis, for you, pineapple on a pizza, is it a yellow card or a straight red card?
It depends if I want to sleep home tonight, because my wife is Italian, so it better be a red card.
There you go. Red card. Jaden, a question for you while you're doing your push-ups. If a whistle was blown in a forest and no one's round to hear it, is it still full-time?
It depends if the referee makes a signal or not.
And what signal would a referee make for full-time, Jaden?
I don't know. If the bird is making a noise.
So, Jaden, question for you. If a whistle is blown in the forest and there's no one around to hear it, is it still full-time?
No, but you've got to ask me, but I don't know how to answer that question.
Jaden, just a bit of a question here for you to have a little bit of a think about. If a whistle was blown in a forest and no one could hear it, would it still be full-time?
Only if the referee blew it.
No crowd whistles. Only the referee whistle. Just there. A question for you guys here today. Referees' uniforms are pretty strict. We wear the same uniform. There's a little bit of a cultural thing that we don't wear hats. What do we think about adding some sort of accessory to the referee uniform? Anybody have any ideas of accessory that we could add?
Yeah, actually, I've been sporting this accessory for the past 9 years, and I'm a fan for a ribbon.
A head sweatband, same colour as the shirt.
Ribbon has to match the shirt that you're wearing.
Yes, absolutely. And if I don't have a matching ribbon, it's white because the logos are white.
I was going to suggest a bow tie potentially, just matching.
Potential bow tie. I would love to wear sunglasses sometimes, running the line, looking into the sun. Maybe some Ray-Bans. Is that the stylish sunglasses these days?
Actually, I have got another one. I've seen it before. I reckon we should be able to wear a matching coloured rain jacket in case it's raining. Should be able, if it's red, we wear a red rain jacket, that way we stay dry, I reckon.
Rain protection, really important. Is there anything that you would add to the referee's kit?
I have to say I need a onesie.
A onesie?
Yeah, a bit warmer on those cold winter days, you know, like it's up in the hills.
Yeah.
Just a bit chilly.
Yeah, a onesie up at the next Adelaide Hills home game. Be out there and watch it.
Johnny, you get around to a lot of games, you watch a lot of football, you go to lots of clubs, you rate clubs, you rate their food. Who is your favourite referee?
Favourite referee? Oof.
And why is it Christian Vidicchio?
We're neighbours, that's why.
Neighbours?
Live down the street from him. And but I'm going to say Jaden Betterman.
Jaden Betterman.
There's no better,
that's a cop out.
There's no better man than Jaden, is
He
there?
pays you, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
I want to get Ross on for finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, the store will be closing in 15 minutes. Please finalise all purchases and make your way to the checkout area. I would like to thank you for shopping with us today. Joined here tonight with the head of referees, Michelle Smith. Michelle, real hard-hitting question here that I've now forgotten and I'm going to have to check my phone.
So, the most important question of the night. Food. Greek or Italian?
Oh, Italian, that's what I grew up with. But charcoal.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
I'm gonna cut that bit out. I love my charcoal.
Really important question. If there's no fouls in the match, is it still a football match or is it just fitness training?
Definitely still a football match.
Welcome here to Number Football, ladies and gentlemen. Borjeski! Oh, Borjeski again! Just puts it wide. Betterman now, Betterman under the ball. Kicks a ball, goes over the crossbar. Luke with the ball looking forward, looking for Cameron. Can he find him? He doesn't. This is the reason why he's behind a whistle. Powers, ex-player Powers with the ball now. Looking forward, he used to play through to Liam. Sliding block by Temby. Oh, but they left their guard down and Miller puts it away. 3s and 4s are in now with Joseph under the ball. Sam shielding the ball away. Sam ball! What a shot from Sam. Slide tackle there by Joseph. Okay, for Joseph again. Did it go out? No one will ever know. The system referee keeps their flag down as Joseph... Oh, kick over! Oh my goodness me! My goodness me! Powers to the block. Get through. Easy goal for Powers. Benjamin under the ball. And now. Dennis with the ball now. Looking for it. He megs him. He makes it for a goal. Yellow card offence to be megged. Dennis versus Borjeski now. Borjeski, possible foul and lead up. Skill level on show today, ladies and gentlemen, really does show the reason why we are referees.
All right, Johnny, we're with Dennis. What's for dinner?
I reckon Nando's.
Not a curry?
Nah, definitely not a curry. I'll be done for work tomorrow.
What about a mango lassi?
A funny fact, Jaden has drank 6 mangoes lassies in one night, and then he wondered why it felt terrible.
And then the mango ice cream.
And then he ate all these other buttered chicken.
The 2 buttered chickens.
Look at him. Do you have any comments for that?
Cut the camera.
And there goes the final whistle at referee training tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Well, it's Club Talk again, and I got a little cameo in there. I didn't want to get in front of it, but they forced me to. But it's a good segment, isn't it?
It's very funny. So, and it's just nice, I think, to see that side of referees, because you see them so formal and official when they're officiating games.
Yeah.
So you actually get to see them sort of let their hair down a little bit.
Yeah, and also they do train very hard, even though it doesn't look like it. They actually do, and they were sweating a lot throughout it. And I reckon I'm going to head out to one of their trainings one day, see what it's like, see what it's all cut out to be. But it was a lot of fun, and they're a good bunch. And the cookies, I actually had one of those biscuits as well, so it wasn't just Jaden eating it. I had a bit as well. But good fun down there. That was Club Talk number 1. There's another one coming up later, and you can also vote for them as the funniest team and also the best host. That's kicking off as well. So make sure you vote for them ASAP. That Group C is kicking off soon. Stay tuned to socials to find out when you can vote for the referees in that. So anyway, short break. We'll be back on the other side to preview this weekend's Grand Final. It's back. The Grand Final show returns for 2025 with all your regular faces, favourite segments, big guests and Grand Final previews, all brought to you by 124 AV+, Shine Music and Entertainment, and presented by Macron Sports Hub Adelaide. Get your gear ready for your club for the new season. Head to Macron Sports Hub Adelaide today. Welcome back to the local game. It is time to talk about the big game this weekend, the Apex Steel WNPL Grand Final. Big game. You've been a part of these Grand Finals in the past. It's a massive week, but it's also a disappointing week for one team that missed out. And let's talk about that from the result on the weekend. The result this weekend saw West Adelaide, unfortunately, lose and get knocked out of the final series to Campbelltown City. As a player, a former player of the WNPL, How did you see that game from the outside looking in?
Didn't get to see too much of it. Saw probably the last 30 minutes. So I actually saw all of the goals being scored. And you have to feel for Westies because I think that they've had an incredible season, same as sort of last year, that they had such an incredible season. I think to go an entire year undefeated is no small task.
No.
And I think sometimes that when you finish top, you've almost got this target on your back. It's that when you enter final series, you're playing not to lose rather than playing to win because it's your top, so you're expected to win. And I think sometimes that pressure can be a lot. Especially if you've already won the 2 other competitions. It's like everyone else that's in the final series, they've won nothing.
Yeah.
And so they're really competing for that grand final. And I think, watching the highlights, Westies had quite a few opportunities. I think Campbelltown had opportunities too. But I think sometimes, in those high-pressured moments, maybe people, there's that little bit of tension. And so maybe they tense up before they have a shot, whereas during the season you just saw Westies scoring for fun.
Yeah.
And they've done that in the last couple of years, and you could see that, they're very free-flowing, and I think that's finals footy for you.
Yeah.
It's the pressure of needing to win.
We're talking about that pressure as well. You're probably feeling it at Metro Stars at the moment because in a similar position all year, one league, a week off, and then into the finals. But you're in a better hand at the moment. You've got the 1-0 up at the moment, but advantage. But similar kind of scenario as the target everyone's trying to knock off.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a real test of character of how everyone sort of shows up for those games, because it's how can you show up when the pressure is really on.
Yep.
When, people, they raise their game to play against you and you're bringing out the best in other teams. So that means that you have to continually raise your game.
Well, this weekend, big game because Campbelltown versus Comets. The only 2 teams to beat West Adelaide this year are now in the grand final against each other. A big game. And this week we heard from Elena Saroulis and also from Joe Trimbolli, who is the captain of both sides. Let's have a listen to them from the press conference earlier this week.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like the last 3 years, especially the last 2, we've only made it to the elimination final. So I feel like this year to make it to the grand final has been an amazing achievement, not only for us, but for the club, because it's the first time in our history.
It's a bit surreal. I don't think it's fully sunk in yet for me and the girls. We've all sort of been talking about it over the weekend, that it's been a bit of a fairy tale to just be newly promoted and then making a grand final. But, we all know that it has taken a lot of hard work to get there, and we had a really epic run home the back half of the season.
Growing up, playing at your club, and then, after training you can go and have dinners and, bond. I think that's great now, having a home pitch at Ellis Park. So, after a good training we can go up, have a meal, really bond together. And I think that's helped shown that we've got such a close-knit group of girls on and off the pitch, and especially shows while we play.
Yeah, I think it was quite unique, like you said, having to play a little bit earlier in the day, but it meant that we could sort of head upstairs in the club rooms and have a meal with the men after the game, which just obviously promoted a huge family vibe, and all of our families were invited to come up, and partners and things like that.
Yeah, Chrissy, she's one of my best friends, so it's always great to see her on the score sheet, and yeah, it's been amazing. She's great. Hopefully this week that she can get as many as she can. That'd be great. So yeah.
Hopefully not.
Well, they're excited for the grand final this weekend. A brand new winner will be there crowned this year, and I'm excited because these 2 teams, Comets have been a great team all year as well, alongside West Adelaide, but Campbelltown City on the other end, they were struggling to stay out of to try and get out of relegation, and then all of a sudden, 5th place, and I'm at the understanding that it's the first club to do so from 5th place to make grand final.
Yeah, well, I think Campbelltown, it's really a season of 2 halves, that cliche of it's a game of 2 halves.
Yeah.
But for them, it was sort of really struggling to get points in the first half of the season. In the second half, they picked up quite a few points, had a few players come in that really strengthened their squad. And I think, again, finals footy, anything can happen. And yeah, like you've got 2 new teams in the grand final, which is super exciting.
Yeah, it is, and I can't wait to see how it goes. I think there'll be a bit of pressure on maybe like Chrissy Panagara. She scored in every game since she came back to the side this year. Sorry, Chrissy. And every game I've been to, she's called me her lucky charm, because every game I've been to this year and also last year, she was scoring. So
you're putting the pressure on her now.
Well, yeah, and also putting the pressure on Campbelltown City, because then they got to make sure that they stop it, because I'm going to be there. So but it's great to see that the impact she's had in that squad as well, and obviously the team they've got this year as well, with Joel coming into the side from Flinders. He's made a few changes, and they've just come out very good this year. And to make their first grand final, and the year they won the league a couple of years back, they didn't win the grand final unfortunately that year, but this year they've been able to make it, which is a huge achievement for them. To see where that club's come in the last few years, but I think Campbelltown as well, that Chelsea Dorber, Claudia Jenkins, and the other internationals they brought in as well have just really had that impact. Yeah. So.
And I think too that Campbelltown are sort of like, yes, there's those big sort of signings and whatever else, but they're really working as that team. And I think going back to the Joel Porter comment, I think he's done a really good job with Comets and getting the most out of the players. And a couple of players that he's brought into, Anastasia's done really well at Comets, playing a few different positions there. And so I think it's going to be a really great game this weekend.
Yeah, very much looking forward to it. What are you expecting? You don't have to give me a result, but just what are you expecting from this game? Is it going to be a whitewash for one side, or are you going to see a competitive match, or what are you thinking we're going to see?
I think with grand finals or any sort of big games, you never know how it's going to play out, because you never know how pressure's going to affect either team that potentially haven't been in that situation. And maybe Comets, based on where they finished in the league, they're potentially looking at being favourites. So maybe they might feel a bit more pressure than Campbelltown. But also maybe Campbelltown, because it's their first time in sort of this situation, maybe they'll feel the pressure of the occasion, and that will really get to them. There's really no way to know what's going to happen. So.
No, the only way to know is go to the game and watch it play out. That's the only way. It's a big talking point as well. Comets coming into it off a weekend off now. We saw last year, West Adelaide, weekend off, finishing top. They won. They had the weekend off, the similar scenario to what Comets have now. And then they lost in the grand final to you guys last year. Comets, when they won the league a few years ago, they had the weekend off and then had a similar scenario to what West Adelaide have experienced this year. So the weekend off, kind of, do you believe it has a little bit of an impact, or in the way that the Comets scenario now maybe has a benefit?
It's hard to say, because sometimes a weekend off can be beneficial if you've got a few niggles in your squad and you need that extra week to recover, so that can be beneficial. Or the argument might be momentum. And so I think sometimes, like Westies last year, finishing top, have a weekend off, play a game, have another week off. You're only playing sort of those 2 games in 4 weeks. And so you're looking at match fitness and everything. And then do you want to have a trial game in that period? But then you run the risk of getting injuries. And so it's a really hard thing, I think, to potentially manage. And also, I think too that I think with Comets, they obviously knew they were in the grand final, so they can start preparing. So maybe they had an extra week to prepare, although they didn't know who they were obviously going to be playing against. But yeah, it is an interesting one. And sometimes it works in your favour, again, like if you've got those injuries, and then sometimes it works against you because of the momentum shift that you're not used to playing games.
And so we'll see how that does play out for him. But the other thing I want to talk about lastly is that it's different this year. It's a Saturday. It was played on Sunday last year, but and it's also played the weekend before the men's grand final. How do you think? Have you thought? I'm assuming you probably haven't thought about it, but now knowing about it, do you think I think it's a great timing to have it now, because that momentum building at the moment. Hopefully, it builds a big crowd.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think last year it was on a Sunday. And I know that for us that it's a Sunday night. You've got work the next day. And you can call in sick or whatever else, but. Even in regards to celebrations, that for whatever team wins, they can actually celebrate on a Saturday and not have to worry about calling in sick to work or anything like that. But yeah, I think that it's really good timing to have it on the Saturday and the week before the men, so it's going to be that standalone crowd. and hopefully build that momentum.
Yeah. Yeah,
for
should be.
finals.
It is. I'm getting excited already. I can't wait. This Saturday, head down there, 3 p.m. Get your tickets at Football SA and go and support these two teams. Campbelltown City, a fairy tale ending for them, or it could be another story in the history books for Comets, who won their first finals only a few years ago and made their premiership only a couple of years ago, and this year could get the championship. So a slow burn for them, but slow burn or a very quick burn for Campbelltown City could go either way, but it makes for a very exciting and entertaining game this weekend, I'm sure. So head down there and watch the game, and I'm sure you'll be watching from the club rooms because you've got your game later that night.
Yeah, we'll see how much, probably be driving actually to Metro at the time that
Oh,
it starts,
perfect.
but you just have it on your phone, right?
Yeah, you can listen to it, not watching, not looking at it, but listen to
sorry,
Paul's.
next to you.
You can listen to Paul's vocals.
Commentary.
Yeah, his commentary. So he's very excited for it, I'm sure as well. But he's got a lot of stats I've heard about as well. I think it's the 10th grand final as well, so women's WNPL. So yeah, and I think a couple of players have scored in the first ever WNPL Grand Final, playing in this Grand Final as well. So he's hoping they score so he can make a mention of it as well. So I love Paul's commentary and his deep dive data and stats he has. It's incredible.
Well, it makes for a really entertaining listen, I think. So,
Yeah.
Because he loves the game, and you can tell that he's really passionate about the women's game, which helps.
Yeah, he absolutely is. Well, we're going to head to a short break on the other side, venues and their menus. Yes, that's right. One more time for this year. Before next week, we'll do best of. But let's head to a short break on the other side, venues and their menus.
Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
It's back. The Grand Final Show returns for 2025 with all your regular faces, favourite segments, big guests and Grand Final previews, all brought to you by 124 AB+, Shine Music and Entertainment, and presented by Macron Sports Hub Adelaide. Get your gear ready for your club for the new season. Head to Macron Sports Hub Adelaide today. Welcome back to the local game. It's time for my favourite segment, venues and their menus. Yes, it's a segment that I didn't expect to take off as it did, but now every time I go somewhere and I eat something, which is every game, everyone goes, is that going to be on venues and their menus? I'm like, well, it has to be now. So it's a prerequisite. So I went out, coming up very soon, in Salisbury Inters, their club tour coming up. And when I went out that night, I ate before I went there. Stupid, on a Thursday night. I should have realised that an Italian club, they were going to cook. And they made me a meatball sub. This is the meatball sub at the moment. It was a great feed, and it was really nice what they do there. And even the food that they sell on match days at State League 2 games is an extensive menu. And they do schnitties on Thursday nights as well. So great menu down there. And yeah, and have you eaten at any clubs recently?
Eaten at most of the clubs.
Yep.
But being vegetarian, you're quite limited to a lot of the foods that you can eat.
There's a lot of meat out there, isn't there?
There's a lot of meat, especially for the men. And so quite often it's, if there's no vegetarian option, it might just be a chip sandwich or something like that.
Actually, that's good.
It is very
Who's your
good.
favourite chips? Because there's a couple out there that are cracking.
I thought Parry Hills actually did a really good job.
Yep.
And they also had buns to put them in, which also adds to that. But I think Canberra, when we went over to Canberra, Croatia, they were very accommodating with their food and just went up to the chef and said, hey, we've got 2 vegetarians here. Is there anything that you guys could please put together? And they made us a whole vegetarian pizza.
Oh, wow.
Each.
Nice.
So that was pretty amazing.
Did you two everyone keep their hands off? They try and get a slice?
I did offer them a piece actually, and they were quite impressed with it. So.
Oh, there you go. Well, I don't mind a pizza, so that would have been a nice little addition over there to finish off your trip, which was a tasty game as well. So tasty game, tasty feed afterwards. So, and then my final venues and their menus moment at the for this year as well. Salisbury United on the weekend. The other Salisbury, don't get them confused. they gave me I went and bought a schnitzel roll down there. It was absolutely amazing. And the salad that they put in there as well was fresh, was beautiful. It was nice. I loved it. So big shout out to them. And also a big shout out while I was down there. Actually, they're very hospitable. Yeah, that's the word. I struggle with some words on the show, but
it's a hard word.
Yeah, it is hospitable. I know got it again. So I ordered, and then they said go up and we'll bring the food to you because I was commentating that game, and I think that was very lovely of them. They brought the food up, delivered it straight to us, and it was amazing. And I didn't get to eat it straight away because I got caught talking to a very big fan down there, Anne Gibbons. A big shout out to Anne, who she's the daughter of Bob Bush, who's one of the founding members of Salisbury United, a big name down there. It was lovely to meet her, had a chat to her. She's a fan of the show. She watches it on Channel 44. And she just stopped me to say hello and introduce herself to me. And she also introduced me to her lovely mother, 103 years old at the game.
That's impressive. That's incredible.
Yeah, so I would not have picked her. She was 103 years old, but she looked fantastic for her age. And to be out there supporting Salisbury United on Saturday against Sturt was fantastic to see. So big shout out to Iris Bush and also Anne Gibbons down there as well. So lovely meeting you both. And that's what I love about this game, this community. It's meeting those lovely faces. And also a shout out to the Hills East barbecue they had on the weekend as well. Sorry, more meat. But I ordered a roll, and the one thing I loved about it, something unique in the amateur world, is you got to put your own salad into your as much salad as you wanted. So I jam packed it with the heaps of salad. You'd love that bit. So and cheese.
Salad roll. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah, it was great. So shout out to them. Just saying different. I thought. I've never had to put my own salad in my roll before, but I actually enjoyed it.
That's allowing you to make your sandwich how you want it.
Yeah, exactly. It was great. So anyway, let's head to a short break. On the other side, Salisbury Inters men, we got their club talk. And yeah, it was very interesting in the exchange room. So let's go to a break. We'll be back on the other side. Presentation night looming? It's been a long season, you deserve a break. Let AV Plus elevate your corporate events with exceptional audio. Relax, recharge, and let them take care of the sound. AV Plus, your audiovisual experts. Welcome back to the local game. It is time for Club Talk. It is Salisbury Inter. It's the final one of the year and number 30. Let's head over to Salisbury Inter's State League 2 side.
Good evening, everyone. Sam Viola here from Salisbury Inter, the right back for the senior men's State League 2 football team. We're here on Club Talk for this week, sponsored by the local game, obviously. We're here to talk to a few of the lads. All right, we'll just double check, make sure that you blur out anything that you see. You might blur out half the screen for a few people. Trenton Knight, TK Garside. He is from the States, Dallas, Texas. One of the absolute in-form wingers of State League 2 North. An absolute weapon on the field and an absolute gentleman off the field. TK, what's something that Texans do in terms of barbecue compared, well, better than Aussies?
Smoking a brisket.
Smoking a brisket, yeah? Yeah, right.
My mom does it for work.
Mum does it for work, yeah?
The best.
And nothing for Thursday night food into your mouth, nothing?
She tried to smuggle some from the States. They took it.
Yeah, Marty was never going to let that happen.
No chance.
Ryan Lowe's here, young Playford boy, did try to steal my phone after the Grove game. Lowesy, how have you found this season, first year of senior football for yourself, and you're absolutely like a duck to water, mate? How are you finding it?
Yeah, it's been unreal. We got a good group going around here, so definitely enjoyed that. Good setup at Inter here, first season in State League, so had a blast, yeah.
So here we've got last name Shutor, first name Pro. He's one of our foreign players that's just come in from Reggio Calabria in the south of Italy. So it's Prosciutto, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course,
so Shutor, how are you finding Adelaide? How are you finding Australia?
Now 8 months.
8 months. Yes.
Yes.
Have you been to Sushi Train?
Yes, yeah, I mean, yeah. I try.
Very good?
Yes, very good.
Yeah?
Yes, yes.
What's number one dish?
Salmon.
Salmon. Lockie Holcroft here. Absolute best haircut in State League 2. There was a few dramas between you last week where at training, a young Joshy K ran through the back of you, sent you. Have you guys kissed and made up?
Nah.
Nah, all right.
Kiss, nah, chill.
No? All right. You know what? Let's find out from Joshy K. Joshy K, the rumours, there's a few rumours going around the northern suburbs of Adelaide. Lockie Holcroft reckons a little sneaky 8 rounds of... what do you reckon?
Oh, easy. I've been getting trained by Butts over here, so it'll be good.
Yeah, north side?
Yeah, cheeky 1-2, drop him. Easy done.
I've got my good friend here, Yaman. First time I had my world rocked, and not that way. But I was at Highmarsh Stadium, under 15s, cup final, playing for Modbury Jets. You were at the time and you scored an absolute bomb. And I'll forever remember the name Yaman. And here I am, 31 years old,
Now he's on my
23.
team, yeah.
And now I'm playing with him. Yaman, how you found the season so far?
It's been good, bit up and down, but good. We've, I think you probably guys can realise for a first team, yeah, we've gelled very well. It's like we've been together for many years, so I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I had last year off, so it's good to be back.
All right, so now everyone's cleared the room and we have the man, the myth, the legend, Andy Butler, our skipper, our fearless leader who's led us this whole season into finals and absolutely fine form towards the end of the season. You just couldn't pick it. Butsy, welcome, mate. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How have you found this year, mate? Obviously, we've started off quite strong and we had a few setbacks here and there. I guess that's my take on it. What's your take on this year?
Super year from the boys, man. You know, a bunch of young boys that are playing first team for the first time. Super happy, super impressed with the season that they've produced this year. Very, very happy. Yeah.
So we're here with Sam Viola, the right back for the State League 2 first team. Sammy, your thoughts on the year? Is that right? Yeah. It's been quite a great year. I think just following on from what Butsy said, young team. We've all taken to it like a duck to water. We've been fantastic. We're ready for the finals. A few minor setbacks throughout the year, but I think we're ready to start kicking some goals and be really ruthless in this final series. And last most important question, full cream or skim milk? Full cream. What was that, Flemmo?
So grab a drink, fellas. Taj will pay for it.
There you go. Taji, how you feeling about that, mate? How you looking on the punt?
Yeah, the punt's been all right. It's been all right.
Yeah, Fantasy League, what do you reckon?
I think we're looking good. Yeah, very strong. Have a look. You tell me, but it's looking strong.
I don't watch Premier League, man. I watch Serie A.
It's better than Flemmo's, and
that's all that matters. So you made the trip halfway through the year from Grove to Salisbury Inter.
Yeah.
Now, I think the question that everyone really wants to know is, who performs an emergency evacuation better out of the two clubs?
A what?
Thanks. Jackie Tamkin scores an absolute worldie, tags the local game, no whopper. But how's the snitty?
I'm waiting for my burger still, brother, by the way.
How's the snitty, buddy?
It's great.
It's good. Tiago?
Beef schnitzel recommended by Butler.
There you go. Always trust the skipper. We're over to the darker end of the table, unfortunately. This is our small Greek posse that we've got here. Right, so, it's been tough times for you boys over the last, how long has it been, since 2004? Right, since you guys won the Euro. Since then, the Italians have won a World Cup. We have won the Euro. I mean, obviously, you boys have seen Inter, Italian club. Nicole, I can see you want to belt me right now.
I love it.
But look, tell me, how does it feel to be part of, Italians? Me, Marcus, adopted brother, Andy Butler, Yaman.
Amazing. We're all wogs, so it's amazing. No, a great bunch of lads. Great.
For the Greeks and Italians coming together, what do you think?
You know what they say, right? Greeks and Greeks together, no good. Italians and Italians, no good. But Greeks and Italians together, mate, hey, it works well.
Phyllis, the club mascot, if you will.
Pretty much.
Yeah, how you feeling, mate? How you feeling about this season?
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Been a good year, my first year over here, and it's like a very good club. And we're going places.
Step into the boss's office, if you will. Now, Puds.
Yes, Sam.
First season in Federation football for Salisbury Inter. What's the secret to making finals so easy?
Not many teams in the league, for one, and having a very good, balanced team.
So, Johnny, we do have our famous backroom staff here. So we've got Rose behind the bar with the girls. We've got Marty here as well. So they're running a pretty tight ship, organising some food for the weekend, as Marty always does. I think goulash has to be on the menu. One thing we know, Marty, is the goulash. Always try the goulash.
So we got a new list for this week. We got vegetarian bolognese, we've got maple Dijon chicken, butter chicken, red curry. We'll do 2 spaghetti bolognese as normal, beef goulash on there. Going to bring Irish stew to the boys for the first time.
All I know, Marty.
And bacon.
All I know is that we're probably going to be fighting for life Monday morning after a long black. Brad, don't go too far, mate.
Yo.
You've come a long way from Dallas, Texas, right? This is TK's old boy or young lad. Look at him; he's absolutely handsome as anything out of America. So, how was the trip? How are you finding Australia for the first time? First time, yeah?
Yeah, first time here. I'm with my wife and I, and we love it so very much. It's been a great time, the great club, great team. We love it very much. And they've really accepted TK as part of the team. So we're looking forward to Saturday's match. It's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. And I hear you had a little trip to Gorge Wildlife Park today. It was good?
Yes, it was. And TK really hugged the koala, wanted to take it back home.
There you go. Well, there you have it. That concludes probably the best club talk of the season with Salisbury Inter. As you can see, it's a very proud club, full of heritage, full of great people. You know, we've got a 300, 400 game plus player standing behind us in Jimmy and Horsburgh floating around. So, you know, it's a very family orientated club and the people here really do put their heart and soul into this team and club. So thanks for having us, local game, and hope to see you next time.
Well, there is the last club talk of the year. The voting lines are still open for the best host and also the funniest team. That's right. So we'll announce the winner next week. Get the votes in because we want to find out who the funniest team and who the best host is of Club Talk this year. There's been 30 teams and 30 hosts, or plus the duos, and it's been an amazing time. So, and also best of next week. Find out who's winning next week. So tune in to the grand final show. Head to a break. On the other side, we're going to talk about the results and wrap things up.
Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero. Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
Welcome back to the local game. Let's talk about the finals results from the weekend. Let's talk about some of the stories as well. Mulberry Vista returned back into the finals now after a weekend off after losing the grand final. It's a weird story to talk about that a team that finishes top hasn't won promotion yet. They lost the grand final in the first week. Now they've got to try and change their mindset because they're playing against Western Strikers this weekend. If they lose, their season's over.
Well, I think what's weirder is that there's 2 grand finals in a season.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So they got the play. The second one's not known as a play. It's known as a playoff, not as a grand final. But they're both the grand finals, pretty much like the big occasion to win promotion. And if Mulberry Vista can't get over, they have to really quickly switch their mindset into this game because they need a win to get back into that promotional playoff. Otherwise, it's all done for them. It'll be interesting to see how Jason Trimboli can tap into his players' minds and make him focus on this game because it's going to be important because Western Strikers now got nothing to lose. State League 1, we had the Fulham who ended with a 1-1 draw against West Adelaide. This weekend. They're going into their third game in 4 weeks against each other. So it's interesting to see. They finished the final round together. Weekend off for Fulham and West Adelaide won on the weekend, 2 weekends ago, sorry. And then they're playing each other again for the third time this weekend for leg 2. But Fulham, 2 red cards to their players that were on the bench. Kunavelis one of those and Carboni the other. So maybe not too much of an impact having 2 substitutes. It's probably the better of the options of having 2 starting players get red carded. So we'll see if it has an impact come into this weekend.
Could potentially affect their impact players or their ability to affect the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see how Robbie Saraceno tackles this on the weekend, but never great getting players sent off, but especially in the 95th minute in leg 1 of the game against West Adelaide. So big game down there at Fulham, and NPL as well. 2 massive games on the weekend. Adelaide City and Croydon, a 1-1 draw. Bit of contention about that first goal, saying it's offside. What do you make of it? From what I saw, it looks like it was an okay call, and it was a very good cross.
Yeah, I think watching it back, it looked like the player Latanzio timed his run really well. And I think any time that you're having to go back and sort of freeze frame a player to see whether or not a call is offside or not offside, you have to give the benefit of the doubt to the referees, because it's actually really hard to be a linesman.
Yep.
Even just doing it at metro training, especially with the speed of the play, that it's actually really difficult to make those calls. You're looking at the line and you can't see when the ball's being played, so you're relying on your periphery. And so I think these linesmen, they're doing the best that they can with what they've got, especially if they don't have comms being told, the ball's being played. So they're relying on sort of when they see that ball in their periphery and the line. So I think the referee actually got it right at that time.
Yeah. And your game, talking about red cards in the previous game, your game with Metro Stars, you've got a couple of players that can be eligible now with Adelaide United. They had 2 red cards as well against Beergrad a couple of weeks ago. So, and they've also got their players coming back from interstate as well.
Yes, I think that potentially their squad that they're going to play on Saturday will be different than what they had last week, which is what we're anticipating. But I'm not sure how that will affect our game plan, if at all much.
Yeah, we'll be. You don't want to give away too much, do you? They might be watching. Elvis may be watching. But it will be interesting to see how that game goes this weekend, and how Metro Stars can tackle this game, big game against Adelaide United. And I'm looking forward to seeing both those games play out this weekend. See who meets each other. I think everyone's got you guys. I think top 2 is what everyone's majority of the predictions are, but let's not jinx anything for you guys, touch wood, only because I've got you here. Otherwise I'll be very different the way I'll be talking, but but it's going to be a good game no matter what, and the grand final is just around the corner. So anyway, what's around the corner is press for time for the last time in this regular format, because next week he will be on the grand final show. Over to you, Antonis Begonis.
Johnny, as the A-League pre-season continues, Adelaide United have travelled to Melbourne for a couple of matches against the Victorian sides. First off, a really solid 1-1 draw against the champions Melbourne City, and today they took on Melbourne Victory. Make sure you stay tuned on social media for the results of that.
Thank you, Antonis. Absolute gun. He'll be at the grand final show next week in the flesh. Maybe a little bit more time. We'll see how we go. But also a quick shout out to our mates at One Game at a Time. They've got their own awards going on as well at the moment. So get out there and vote for Players of the Year. Get out there and vote for Team of the Year for the One Game at a Time podcast. They are doing that this year. So have you voted yet?
I may have voted.
May have.
Not disclosing any information.
But that great podcast, and some of the familiar faces out there. So they are going to be awarding that in the next few weeks. So head out there, vote it. And also while you're at it, the talkies are still going as well. So get out and vote for that as well. Our talkies, the grand final show is where we'll announce the winners of the talkies awards. So best team, best host, and funniest team. And I couldn't get that out, so I might not win the best host, that's for sure. I struggled with that one. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me again.
Absolute pleasure. And good luck with the final series. And you never know, depending on if Danny Letcher, if you make the grand final, Metro Stars are on the grand final show next week, either you or Danny might be there.
We've got a job to do on Saturday first. So.
Very diplomatic. Well done. You're a very good coach. You're going to make a great head coach one day with that answer. But good luck, and thank you for joining me, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much again.
No worries. And that's all from us. We'll see you next week at the grand final show. Can't wait for that. See you then, and enjoy your week, and head out to the WNPL Grand Final if you can, and also the men's finals. And we'll see you all next week.